I'm Naomi, and this is Sunny Side Up. Malkie the comic cook is joining me on the set today of kosher.com.
Hello, everybody.
We're just like laughing our heads off already. We haven't even started the show. So welcome, Malkie Knopfler, the comic cook and host of the Malkie Show.
Thank you so much. And it's like I feel like I'm being the one interviewed today. You know?
Yeah, we've turned the tables on you today.
Turned the tables here. Last time Naomi was on my show, we did a whole chop competition. Naomi ran it because that's what she just does so well. Aww. And today we're gonna also have a chop competition without no chopping because kosher.com does that for you. They take care of all the hard work. So
they do.
Basically,
what are we doing today, Malkie?
So the funny thing is, Naomi, you know how we have the thing, like our thing is dinner.
Dinner,
like what's for dinner?
She always makes fun of my Australian accent.
Right.
I say dinner, but you guys would say dinner.
Dinner. And she says, what's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
And I'm like, who's this Dina that's getting all the stuff? Like, what's for Dina? I'm like, who's Dina? What is she getting, you know?
Yeah,
and like,
none of my kids are called Dina. Dina.
Exactly. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, we're literally making a full dinner here. A dinner, okay?
A dinner.
Say it.
Dinner. I can say it, Malkie.
Say it, dinner.
Or supper.
Supper, right? Okay.
I'm through the show today.
And we're going to do something really special because I wanted to come with a concept and not so much a recipe. A concept of like how to give.
I love that.
I want to be able to put into people's heads that someone in your family either had a baby, a new baby, or is going through a hard time, or is in the hospital, and just because you want to send
a friend had a hard day, you want to send them dinner.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be so hard. There's so many things you could do that are in my repertoire that I wanted to say, like, hey, like, you know, let me tell people, like, let me give you an idea of what you can do. So basically, we have what?
Idea.
An idea. You say idea. She says idea. I say idea. You're a deer, but I have a good idea. And then we're gonna show you how to make like a quick dinner for somebody in need that looks like you spent so much time on it.
Okay.
And like really,
it's a bit of a cheat.
You know, does it really matter how long you spent on something, or it's the thought that counts? We're gonna start with the soup.
Okay, great. I love soup.
You love soup. Super.
Super soups. I know Malkie's very punny.
I am very punny. So anyways, I just clamped her finger. Anyways, we're gonna start with roasting our veggies in the oven. The entire soup is done in the oven. So if
you're making soup, you're not in a pot?
Not in a pot. Not in a pot.
Okay, I'm just stop the cameras. Actually, don't stop the cameras. I've never heard of this. Seriously, I've not heard of making soup in a pot before. Really?
You know, I'm very into my hacks. I'm a hacky.
You're a hack.
Hackety person, and I just love it because if you have other stuff on the thing over here, the
real estate space is very important.
Yeah, real estate space on top of the stovetop, exactly. So then we just go like this, beam, bang, boom.
So this is peeled butternut squash.
Butternut
squash. You can even buy it peeled already.
Exactly. If you want to keep your fingers in your hands, just buy it ready because you know.
Onion.
An onion, fresh garlic, some dried basil. Do you say basil or basil?
I actually say basil.
Basil. She loves basil, and then some dried parsley. Okay. Yeah. So we're seasoning everything nicely.
Malkie.
Well, I am the comic cook. I mean, it doesn't mean that it has to be.
That's why we're laughing our heads off
the
whole show.
It's not just a joke, you know. I do cook, and I have it in my genes. I'm a very intuitive cook. And then we have the Toscanini. And then
actually the unfiltered olive oil. I love it.
It's amazing.
So
then we just drizzle, and then this is gonna go in the oven to roast. And while this roasts, we're gonna make our other stuff, and then we're good. And then we have a beautiful meal to set.
How long does this go in for?
Okay, so really, I don't have the timings, but you look at it and you say, oh, you look ready, and then you take it out, and then whatever.
40 minutes at 400.
Yes, that's it, because butternut squash is hard. So yeah, so let's get this in the oven.
We're gonna toss it, put it in the oven. And of course, the timing will be in the recipe.
Yeah.
Veggies are in the oven. What's next?
Next is my plastic baggy chicken, which has come in handy so many times. Basically, Ziploc bag, flour, spices, throw the chicken in, shake, fry. But we're in kosher.com right now, so we have to be fancy. We're using a regular bowl.
Oh, yeah, we're very fancy here.
You basically take your chicken tenders. Now, this is so good because,
can I mix this? So it's
adults and children alike love it because it's all in the way you present it and how you dress it up. So today we're gonna make a really yummy sauce, but you can take this chicken and do anything with it. You can make a piccata sauce, you can make a mushroom sauce. This is the base for like my mushroom chicken, like what's it called again? Chicken marsala. You can do like so much with this chicken. It's like so much. So you go like that.
Can I tell you this? When you coat it with flour,
It makes it so good.
It makes it so good. But what it does is it grips the sauce onto the chicken. It holds the sauce.
I love grippy
things. So it doesn't
things.
slide off. So it really adds another level of flavor.
Yes, flavor. And that's what we like perfect flavors.
Oh, of course.
I had to do that. Naomi, thank you. Welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks for giving my book a shout out.
That's right. Okay, get some oil in there. And let's sear these off. We're gonna sear them, and then we're going to
brown them.
We're gonna brown them.
You sear a steak, we're gonna brown the chicken.
Okay, as you say, no problem. Okay.
Okay,
and
we
then,
want the oil to be nice and hot when the chicken goes in.
No, but you know that noise that it makes when
sizzle.
You get
Nothing more satisfying, right?
Love it, love it, love it. Okay. All right. Is it hot? I always go like this. And I see if the oil dances. If the oil dances, you know that it's it's dancing.
I'm dancing.
Go, 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 go.
All right, you ready?
Get it
in.
Come on.
Ready?
No, I do it with my hands. You see, Naomi, you don't have to be so whatever. And then it's sizzling. But we didn't hear. You see?
You hear the sizzle?
They're dancing. All right. Get a nice, good crisp on it. Got it.
You're piping some sizzle.
Yeah, we're getting some sizzle in there.
But you don't also want to
overcrowd it.
We don't overcrowd the pan because then it kind of like boils and
I'm going to make believe I didn't know that and say, wow, Naomi, you have so many good tips. Yeah. Right?
Well, you know.
But really inside, I'm like, I knew that.
Okay. I look at that sizzling, smelling good already.
Yeah, and you season it with any like spices that you know that your family like: salt, pepper, onion, garlic, paprika, smoked paprika, chili powder.
Even some of the spice mixes are also good. If you 100%,
100%. If you want, you can just throw it in and do whatever you want. You know, depending on whatever sauce you're serving with, then you know, and that makes a difference. And then in here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the flame here also and make a sauce. So basically, what I do is with my sauce, I like to add a veggie component. If you're doing this, I make this into sesame chicken sometimes. So if I'm making sesame chicken, I'll do either green beans or string beans or broccoli.
Okay, yeah.
So then I would either roast the broccoli separately, keep it separate, and then just like, I like to keep everything separate in their own components, but then whoever wants to eat it together can eat it together. And you never know like who you're sending things to, like which is the picky kid or the picky adult. A lot of adults are picky as well. So we like to keep things separate when we send things to people, you know?
So we're gonna get a little canola oil to heat up.
And then we have these frozen fried onions.
These are phenomenal.
So
I love them. Such a great shortcut.
It saves so much time and literally just dump them in. You don't have to wait for them to brown, to caramelize and all that.
Frozen in a cubes.
There you go. Right this.
Already sauteed.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Geffen, for that.
That's
a really great.
It's a game changer, like she would say. You know?
Game changer. I'm just going to turn the bread over.
And then I'm going to start with the sauce, and I'm going to throw the onions in because here we go.
Again with a delicious sizzle.
The sizzle.
Okay, what's next?
Next is the peppers. Now again, you don't have to use peppers, but this is frozen peppers that come in a package in the freezer section. Easy schmeezy. Like seriously.
Okay. What other vegetables you could use?
You can use string beans, broccoli. You can use any mixture.
You were saying before.
You can use like this frozen sauteed veggies. Whatever you want. It's seriously. It's just I'm here to literally just give you ideas. You don't have to follow this. You can do what you want. This is just like a
base. It's a base, a stepping stone, a building block.
Exactly. So you said you don't like peppers.
So I would use.
You would use something else. Exactly. So at least you have like the veggie color component, because if you have chicken and you have rice and everything's brown and white, you need that nice color to liven things up. People eat with their eyes. I mean, I eat with my mouth and I do a great job, but like...
You also eat with your eyes.
But the first step is eating with your eyes, and when there's some color and there's some... I can't help it, by the way, when I'm with people that have an accent, it's natural.
Story of my life.
It just goes automatically.
Malkie, am I taking the chicken out and putting it on a plate now?
So we're going to transfer it to here, and then we're going to package everything up so beautifully and show you how to do that as well.
I'm going to get the next...
We want to show you how beautifully you can do something like this. So easy, schmeezy, and you're doing a good deed. And I just want to say, Naomi, So do you remember a time like when you could have used a home cooked meal, and then like just someone showed up at your door with just delicious?
It's the nicest thing when you're going through a bit of a hard time. You've just had a baby.
It's the best feeling ever. It's like it feels like a physical hug. That someone like remembered you and prepared food for you. But then again, we're also busy. We're all such busy people.
You want to do a mitzvah and you got to find the time for it.
Exactly.
This is a good shortcut.
It doesn't have to be so crazy.
Shortcut to the mitzvah. So the chicken is done. We're going to make the sauce.
We're adding 2 cloves of this is my number 1 BFF.
I know. I love the garlic cubes.
Don't tell my real BFF.
No, which is the sauteed
This
onions.
is like the older sister of the onions, you know, and like, so then we're gonna add.
We've got garlic,
ketchup.
In Australia, we call it tomato sauce.
Oh, tomato.
No, tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't say ketchup?
No.
Ketchup. Okay.
Brown sugar.
And the brown sugar.
Sugar.
Okay.
Now, here's what Malkie and I were talking about before. If you don't like peppers, like myself,
yeah,
you can put in chopped broccoli or
string beans or anything. Like this is my go-to sauce. So I'm giving away so many trade secrets here, but like ketchup, brown sugar, garlic. That's my thing. That's my sesame sauce. That's my sweet and sour sauce. That's my everything sauce.
Okay, it's your everything sauce.
It's my everything sauce.
And you just change up the vegetables.
I change up the vegetables. I leave the vegetables separate. It's do what you want. Okay. Let it bubble up. Let it simmer.
Simmer.
Another name. We have Dina and Sima.
It's
Dina and Sima are coming for Dina. Okay, fine. All right.
Malkie, you're the best.
Stop it.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take some little shortcuts.
Okay.
I love shortcuts. We're gonna microwave some rice. We're gonna bake some frozen cookies, but no one has to know. So then we're gonna package everything up.
Okay.
We're gonna make everything look beautiful, and nobody has to know. Nobody's gonna know how simple it was.
So I'm gonna go to the microwave and get the rice.
Yes. We have rice. We have frozen cookies that are delicious. You could even bring them warm.
Okay, so you've got the rice in the microwave. But that's this, right?
That's this. You put it in here, some salt and pepper and oil, and you're good to go. And then you have the sauce that could go on top of that if you want. Delicious together. And then the chicken, some people put it all together on one plate and just eat it all together. But now let's focus on the soup a minute, okay? The vegetables were roasted. We added stock and we let it cook in the oven once the vegetables were roasted.
So you just opened up the pan, that big giant pan, you poured in the stock, you put it back in, covered?
And no. Oh, yeah.
Covered? Then you cover it.
You cover it so it
evaporation.
Cooks really nicely together. Now we have a soup that we're just gonna blend.
Okay, and you could even blend it in the big pan too.
You could.
We made it look pretty for everyone here.
I mean, you know.
First you put in the stick, the immersion blender, into the soup, and then you start blending. Run for cover.
Okay. Beautiful.
Right.
Okay, perfect.
That looks so
shaky. Okay,
rich
good.
and velvety.
It's so rich and velvety. And then you just package into here. I like sending things in microwavable or oven safe stuff.
So people can go straight into
the oven or microwave.
One less thing for them to do.
Exactly. So there we go. This is like for a family of like 4. You know, you want to make more, you make more.
Get it all out.
This is perfect. Mom. Yeah, I'm so.
Okay, this is all good. This is good.
Look how beautiful. And then you could even garnish it with some pumpkin seeds, some toasted pumpkin seeds to make it look beautiful.
On the side.
A drizzle of oil or like truffle oil or something, but only if you know the taste buds that you're sending to. You know what I mean? And then look at that. You have the soup. You have the rice. You're gonna pack up the chicken. You throw in the cookies, and then you put in the chicken nicely, and then you take some cut up fruit that you bought from your local grocery or fruit store, and then you repackage it.
Or you could just
you could. But if you're a busy working mom like we both are, this is a lifesaver. So you have your meat, you have your fruit, you have your side dish, you have your soup, you have your extra sauce because it's delicious. You have a dessert, and now we package it together.
And we bring it over to someone.
But I still have a hack for that. So let me show you. I'm very hacky.
Malkie doesn't stop with hacks.
I love hacks. Okay, so let's close all these up. Let's deliver it to someone that can use
a meal,
a home cooked meal. Okay? So look, what I like to do is, I have a basket that I use all the time for these kinds of deliveries, okay? And I take it back, don't worry, don't get scared. I don't give everyone one like this.
Or you can buy something at Amazing Savings.
Or you could buy like, sometimes I buy like a disposable, like, you know, these salad platters, you know, I put it on there. So what I do is I pile everything up, okay? And depending on the shapes and sizes that I'm using or whatever, the cookies really, hold on, the cookies could go on the side here, like that. And then you put in the sauces. Then we have the rice over here. Okay. So then, depending on the shape, and then sometimes I send some paper goods so that it's just a no-brainer. Yes. Like, we don't need so many, but like whatever. It's for four, family of four here. Okay, like that. All right. And then, what I like to do is, Naomi, for the cherry on the top, I take a tablecloth, because especially if you're a new mom, okay, I take a tablecloth, and it's blue, matches you. I use this to wrap everything up together in a big bow, and then when they unwrap it, they use this for the table, so the kids at home are feeling festive, like you know what I'm saying?
Genius, amazing, genius.
So basically, help me like lift this a second. I should have done this before, but whatever. And
okay,
then, we're good. And then let's bring that up here. And obviously, sometimes I would tape it down just to make sure it's not coming apart in the car. We're making a big bow. How cute is that? You see that? And then you show up at the door with ready to be microwaved or whatever, a full meal.
Okay, this is the most thoughtful show that we've done, and I think we pretty much laughed our way through this show. And ate. And thank you so much for coming, and we really appreciate having you.
My pleasure.
And we really appreciate what you do for the community, the Jewish community, keeping us laughing.
Go watch the
thank
Malkie show and watch the episode of Naomi, because we had so much fun. It's episode 6. We had a blast, like Naomi would say.
Did. Thank you, Malkie. And for more recipe hacks like this, go to kosher.com.
And
action.
I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Oh, you see? Oh! You said, she called it. Okay.
I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's like my thing. Okay? What's beeping?